Hello YouTube, Claude Mods here, doing a update video on my Arch distributions and my Debian distributions. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. So basically I'm going to have to terminate my Arch distributions due to the ongoing problems and bugs that I've gathered whilst creating these builds. Now for the last night and morning I've been trying to back it up and tinker with a few ongoing issues I've occurred whilst building Lancaster on top of Spitfire. So I've renamed the distribution. I wanted to rename it to Lancaster. I wanted to add all the updated features from what I've added into Ubuntu and will be adding into Debian. So I don't think I'm terminating that. I'm going to be giving out ongoing updates for my Debian Hawker, but it's going to be renamed to Lancaster. Now, with Arch and the problems, I actually started to build my distributions off of Arch. I was using Arch at the time. I was gaming myself. I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to base it off of, and then I hadn't used Debian or Ubuntu for such a long time. I didn't really know the commands. I had to basically get used to it all again. And I actually use my KDE Neon as a basis daily driver. I know I'm fully aware that KDE Neon themselves, KDE themselves actually changed the mirrors the other day, and anyone that would have updated on my ISO or any KDE Neon ISO would have gathered the testing version of their builds, and everything would have broke. So yeah, I'm fully aware of that, and that is why I was urgent to make a new build and a new ISO. I'm fully aware that there's another ISO that's been released since then. So I may in the future download that and build it off of it again, but my ISO that I've pre-built and I'm currently using is perfectly fine. Maybe there's a few updates I can add on to my next update, which will be within the next couple of days. But I no longer use Arch as a basis. It's got loads of problems. A prime example of that is that my Spitfire core build, which was 15.6 gigabyte, that was my first ever distribution I ever built, and it was on the internet at the time, was on my brother's computer. And being that he lives some miles away, I used TeamViewer to connect to his computer, and I'd done a 3 gigabyte update just yesterday morning, and Arch locked up, and it was no longer to load into my distribution. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to go down there now with a USB and basically install my Ubuntu, Lancaster KDE Neon. And whilst building my Arch distribution and renaming it to Lancaster just last night and this morning, I've occurred problems within my installer. It's telling me that the file itself does not exist in the place that it is, and I have backed it up many of times, and sadly I'm going to terminate my Arch builds. I may look in the future to try and find a fix for this, or use an ISO that has been created to make a backup, but as it stands, with Arch and its ongoing problems, I'm no longer going to be maintaining my Arch builds. With Hawker now, let's talk about Hawker Debian KDE Gaming Edition. I currently have a half-built build, and I will be renaming Hawker to Lancaster, and it will have all the updated features that you see in my KDE Neon build. That will be the updated Lancaster welcome app, that will be the new boot logo, the boot text is going to be updated, the system apps are going to be updated. You can download my Elite build through the welcome app, you can download my core build through the welcome app, you can update, and there'll be updated text. Also There's step-by-step guides on how to install bottles and play Windows games. Some useful information about what gets installed during my Elite and Core builds. My distributions that I currently offer. I will be updating the text in my new updates to Lancaster and Neon to say that I will be terminating Spitfire as a whole, and you can also go to my website, and I will be updating this a bit more regularly, but as it stands, I've been busy with ongoing life things in the background. So feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think about me terminating my Arch KDE build.